Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. We've got a new bit of a filming setup right now. I'm testing out some new spots at my parents' house and I wanted to give you guys just a little sit down catch up video to discuss where I've been, what's going on. I mean, I've still been active, but all of these life changes going on in Laurenland. So let's kick things off. If you are new, hello, welcome. My name is Lauren. I am a fashion and lifestyle content creator here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the whole 9 yards, but Instagram mostly. I just moved back to my parents' house the other week, and so I just wanted to talk to you guys, let you know what's happening. And if you are a 20-something in a similar situation, hopefully you'll feel a little less alone, because sometimes it could get a little isolating being behind in life compared to your friends, but it doesn't have to be the case. So let's rewind a little bit and catch up on who I am and what's been going on. So last year in about June, I moved out of my parents' house where I'd been living for about a year or so due to COVID and just graduating college. I didn't want to stay in my college town by myself for a bit, so I stayed at my parents' and saved up some money, got my job at Nordstrom, and was just working and living life. But you see, living with my parents was not for me. So I said, time to move, time to start the next chapter of my life. So I moved up to Tacoma, Washington with my best friend at the time and then my now good friend Maddie. So the three of us got a cute little duplex together. We were thriving, we were living life, having our little girls' nights. We'd sit outside, watch the sunset, have roasted marshmallows. It was the life. And I was very free and independent. So after working at Nordstrom for a bit, I was like, all right, I'm ready for something new, a little bit more of a challenge. And I graduated about a year by that point, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to get some more corporate experience and elevate my resume as a young adult. So I took a job at Chick-fil-A as the marketing and catering director, and for me that was a gigantic leap because I was so used to just being a salesperson and running around getting clothes for people, styling people, selling products, and I had a lot more time to also work on my social media and stuff. So it was a pretty chaotic time, and then I made this huge life adjustment where I was working 40+ hours a week at a corporate job overseeing 2 stores for all of their marketing, catering, social media, whatever that may be. I was doing it. I was even working in the back. It was a lot. And so I did that for 5 months, and throughout that time I was getting that feeling like this is not where I was supposed to be. You know that thing where you're just like, oh my gosh, what are my life choices leading me to? And I just felt like I was running farther and farther away from the true Lauren instead of coming closer to the adult and person I wanted to be. So kind of got myself into a pickle at that point. I was like, do I stay this independent adult, do what I'm supposed to do, have this corporate job, be on my own, or do I regress a little bit and take some time, step back, and figure out what I actually want to do? We've chosen the latter, and I started my own social media management company. I am now in charge of people's social media accounts for small businesses, and I also have a ton of time now to work on my content creation. That's how I've been able to get back onto YouTube. I film my weekly vlogs, and I'll take you guys on my various adventures there, and I also work on social media stuff. So it's been such a fun time to actually be able to be creative again. And while that was happening, I was like, all right, do I want to spend money that is not really coming in quite yet since we are so new, and I need to kind of get myself back out there, reach out to people, and really develop a name for myself since I keep moving around and I haven't really solidified anything that is just Lauren, or as my brand is known, traditionally Trivison. So I said, you know what, let's just pack up, move back to my parents. And while part of me felt like a bit of a failure for that, I knew it was going to be for the best in the long run, because at the same time my old living situation was getting very toxic for me. I felt like someone was going to yell at me every 2 seconds, and I was just in like such a constant state of fight or flight that I couldn't even get really anything done, and I lost all my creative stuff, and I just felt like trapped in a box. I literally confined myself to my room all the time. All the time. It was horrible. So instead of living like that, I said, you know what, let's just start from scratch and move home. And it's been a time. Do I love being home with my parents? Not necessarily. It's very weird having like dinner with other humans instead of eating in front of my TV, but it's been nice to be somewhere that I'm loved and appreciated and respected. So that has been the biggest change of all. And also just figuring out like a schedule now for myself as a solo entrepreneur, figuring out how to manage all my time with my projects and reach out to new people and just kind of build something from scratch. I also realized recently that I wasn't doing the best job at managing my own social media and making sure that it was top notch for brands to work with me. So I've kind of just been revamping all of that, making sure I'm getting a lot of cool video content, photo content, and really mixing it up and turning myself into a brand and a business that other people are going to want to work with. So this is all to say that it's okay to take a step back because mental health is the most important thing. And I know that I'm in a very privileged and lucky state that I am able to take a step back and figure things out. I do get to live rent-free, luckily, at my parents' house. I don't have a lot of debt going on. So right now I'm just trying to figure out what do I like and what are my passions and how can I really nurture them and turn them into something that is really profitable. So this is also kind of for me to look back on when I'm older, like 5 months from now, 10 months from now, a couple years from now, and say, oh my gosh, I started off at this point and it wasn't going quite as I thought, but wow, look at what I've been able to do. I also feel like I have been really bad about giving myself some grace and like expecting everything just to like fall into place and come together right away. It hasn't. It's been a bit of a slow start, and I feel like in some ways that kind of prohibited some growth, and brand deals haven't really been coming in. It's also been like the slow season for brand deals since they've spent all their marketing budgets on the holidays. So I'm reminding myself that things are going to start happening in the springtime, and it's okay to just be patient, take a step back, figure things out, and really make that high quality content to share further on. So also, if you are a content creator or you want to get into content creation, really make sure you're figuring out what you're passionate about, what you enjoy, and think of ways to really cultivate that and turn yourself into a holistic brand. I think for a little bit I was trying to pigeonhole myself and like niche down like I thought you're supposed to do, but for what my particular goals are, which is content creation, working with brands, really creating cool images and videos for them to use on their socials, I was like, okay, we need to take the time to just make really cool content, take some really cool outfit videos, trying to get a lot more photos out into the real world at my favorite coffee shops, favorite places in town. And I've also been making sure I reach out to a lot of local businesses to see if they want to collaborate with me, work together in some sort of capacity. So there's just been a lot of different ways that I'm trying to diversify my income stream. Of course, I'm trying to grow here on YouTube as well. I've realized that the shorts are something that I'm really good with because I'll just take the content I'm making for TikTok, for Instagram, changing up the audio to something that is trending on YouTube, and then I'll upload that, and those have been getting me a good amount of views, a couple new followers. So if you're coming from those, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the person behind all of those videos. But truly at the end of the day, my biggest passion, of course, is fashion and just making yourself look and feel good. I, for a while, was kind of struggling as a creator and as just a young woman who was used to being like pretty stick thin. I did ballet for a long time, and then college happened and some more curves developed, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this body. And I didn't feel like I quite fit in with the super thin petite girls, but then I also know I don't fit into the plus size community. So I've found myself in the mid-size club, and that has been so helpful. It's been a little controversial on TikTok, but if you're also a mid-size girly and you're, you know, maybe living with your parents still, trying to navigate dating, life, whatever hurdles and challenges may be, hopefully this page can be a place for you to just watch and say, oh my gosh, someone else is going through it too, because it can be so isolating thinking, oh my gosh, I'm the only 20-something without a boyfriend who's living with her parents, not like a steady job or anything, and you feel like society is telling you to do all of these different things, and there's so much pressure. Like, I feel like such a weight on me sometimes just trying to keep up with the Joneses and be as successful as possible. And I even have like a huge idea of what success is for me. And when there's that disconnect between where I am now and what I want to be, you know, it kind of hurts. It's really difficult to feel good about yourself when there's such a, you know, it's a huge canyon almost between where you want to be. So this is all to say, I feel like I keep saying that, but you know what? It's a stream of consciousness right now. We're just chatting, sharing, updating you on things, but I know that things are going to happen in due time, and as long as I just keep creating what I'm passionate about people are going to start coming. I'm trying to network a lot more. That is something I know I should have done when I was living in Tacoma. I really just kind of self-isolated, and I feel like I screwed myself over for a while. So now I'm trying to reach out to as many people as I can, network with other creatives in the area, and really just build a community for myself instead of just trying to do it all on my own, because you can't really become the best version of yourself without a community and a collective. So that is really what I'm focusing on. Again, if any of this resonates, be sure to follow, subscribe, hang out, because I want to keep you guys posted on this kind of stuff. I want to tell you guys of the big victories, of some of the losses and the hardships and struggles, laying it all out on the table. I know when I first got my start in social media, it was like 2016, 2017, and I feel like that was the time where we really had this like really perfect, polished, pristine version of ourselves. I was early on in college. I was like, oh my gosh, all these businesses when I'm older are gonna want to see like a perfect track record on social media, but quickly learning that it's better just to be yourself and share the good, the bad, and sometimes even the ugly, because that's what people are really going to connect with and resonate. And if a brand doesn't like that, they're not the brand for you. And if they do resonate with that and your beliefs, that's the kind of people you want to attract and really make that partnership and connection with. So I am really excited to see where all of this takes me. I hope you guys follow along on the journey of just fashion and life. You know, when you look good, you feel good is what I always say, and I'm trying to put on a good front for myself, but also want to share the real life behind all of it. So my camera's gonna die. I think this is a solid place to end. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you back for more videos, and please follow along on my journey. I post twice a week, my Monday vlogs and then my Thursday fun extra content. So stay tuned. Toodaloo!